For a long time, I lived in a state of instant reaction, always ready to comply, always afraid to wait. But recently, I've uncovered a path from that fear back to my own strength. Today, I want to share 3 truths that have changed how I see my recovery. First, the discovery of the pause, how silence became my greatest boundary. Second, the 6-year-old protector, the moment I realised who I was truly standing up for. And finally, the lesson of the keys, how we can all step into the role of the hero our younger selves always needed and were waiting for. If you've ever felt like you weren't allowed to say no, I hope these steps help you find your way back to your own fearless heart. Have you ever felt like a passenger in your own life? Like you are a trained responder, forced to react, to defend, or to appease the moment someone else speaks? For a long time I thought that was just who I was. I thought my job was to comply instantly, because that's what I was taught to do to stay safe. But recently, I uncovered a truth that changed everything, and it started with a pause. When you grow up in an environment where your feelings don't matter, where a parent's needs always come first, you lose the right to wait. You are trained to answer immediately. But silence isn't a void, it's a boundary. I realised that by taking control of that pause, I wasn't just being difficult or slow, I was taking back my power. I was shifting from being reactive to being intentional. At first, that pause, it felt like disobedience. I felt that old familiar fear in my chest, but then a new image came to me. I wasn't just standing there as an adult. I was holding my 6-year-old self. I looked down at her, that little girl who was never allowed to say no, and I realised I was her protector. Standing up for her didn't feel like a choice anymore. It felt like a sacred duty. In that moment, I wasn't afraid of disobeying someone else. I was too busy being the hero she never had. I became fearless because I was finally standing between her and the world. The lesson: you are the adult now. If you are a recovering soul, still jumping when someone else demands an answer, I want you to try something. The next time you feel that pressure to comply, look inward. See yourself as that child. Realise that you are the adult now. You hold the keys. You own the door. You don't owe anyone an instant reaction. You owe that inner child a safe, quiet pause. When you grow up with narcissistic parents, you are trained to react instantly. You aren't allowed to pause. You are expected to comply, defend, or appease immediately. By taking control of that pause, you take back your power. You shift from being reactive to being intentional, and that is pure strength. There is a distinct quiet joy in realizing that you hold the keys to your own life. When you start setting boundaries and notice that the world doesn't end, and instead you just feel lighter, safer, and more anchored, it feels like a superpower. You are finally getting to experience what it's like to live for yourself rather than managing other people's emotional weather. Thank you for being here with me at Found Feather Studio as I share this piece of my heart. We are learning to be adults together, We are learning that it's okay to wait. It's okay to protect yourself. Until the next time, stay gentle with your wisdom and even gentler with yourself.